You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1304 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed right here on this podcast. Follow, like, and set to auto download in your podcast app if you don't mind, if you like the show, if you want to support the guys. Thank you. Today, we've got pulling the wool over people's eyes with Mark, the racial corner with Wes, and deep seas in outer space with me to close this one out. Just figured we wouldn't do racial corner last.
Yeah, you sure about that, Wes? You sure about that?
Well, I changed it. It's actually the wait, fuck, what is it? We've look how far we've come corner.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
the
better.
progress corner.
That's
Yeah,
Racial progress corner.
Yeah,
That's way better worded. Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
Look how far we've come corner.
Look how far we've come.
I had it.
It sounds satirical. If I'm guessing, well, we'll see.
I saw it written down as the race baiting corner. What?
Yeah, I changed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The get clicks.
Fantastic.
The get clicks from race baiting corner.
Well, fantastic. That'll be fantastic. I'll just go after that with the space oceans.
Okay.
Right. We'll figure, because Mark was last yesterday. We'll just rotate it up, right? Mark.
Absolutely. I love it. Huge announcements. Showrov demanded we remove him from the YouTube.
Yes. So sorry.
So we did. He was threatening us and demanding it and begging, and it got ugly in the DM. So finally, we're like, okay, we'll delete it, bro. So we deleted his, I guess, audio and video.
Bro,
from
okay,
YouTube.
Yeah, bro.
It's still in the audio only Apple and Spotify. But if you saw it live, or got to it before like 2 p.m. on Wednesday, you got lucky on YouTube. Now that's gone. But if you're a patron in the Hive Hour, we got motherfucking Showrov back on the show on the Hive.
Right.
That's
patreon.com/hard factor. Pop the clutch, tearing up. See Showrov again.
2 Showrovs in 24 hours.
He wouldn't show his face because of privacy.
Yeah, privacy.
Well, but maybe he showed it.
It's my privacy.
Yeah.
He may have shown it again. Patreon.com/hard factor to learn more. Also, patreon.com/hard factor. Send in the car and golden elbow tier patrons. The next meetup is next Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's October 6th, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Let's get Showrov in that too. Let's try to invite him to the.
We will give him the link.
Yeah, we'll give him the invite.
He might get hacked. Yeah, he might attack us.
What movie you watch, bro? Bloodsport?
Yeah, I love Bloodsport. Could be a watch party. Could be a watch party. We'll see where the night takes us. This is going to be like meetup. Could be watch party. A whole bunch of possible digital possibilities for everybody who joins.
I was watching Bloodsport right before the show, and there's a scene in Bloodsport that I posted in the Discord towards the end when he's getting ready for the semifinals and finals, where he's doing the splits above a mountaintop overlooking like Tokyo or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just
that's prime Van Damme. Yeah,
he does the splits like 17 times in that
movie. He probably had it like in his contract how many splits he got to do per movie. That's his main move. Yeah.
Okay, it's time.
That and the high kick.
I'll tell you. I was obsessed with the sex scene from Double Impact for many years growing up, because those are some of the. I mean, it's quite the sex scene that you get to see in a rated R movie in Double Impact. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is something. It had me going
really a long filmography.
Yeah. It had an impact.
Celebrate the guy's whole calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alana Shaw is the name of the hot chick from Double Impact.
Yeah, no.
Give her a quick Google.
It's a steamy scene.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude in his prime, huh?
Yeah. He wasn't always. The funny thing about him too is like he does have a sex scene in Bloodsport, but they don't really show anything. But a lot of his movies, like he didn't even really have love interest. He was loving in the martial arts in a lot of his movies.
Married his rider,
yeah, married to the game, yeah.
Yep. Just like us. That's why we're going to have the next merchathon on the night of Wednesday, October 25th. So get ready for that. Bring your requests for us to do weird shit on camera for merch sales, because that's what's happening that night. We'll get some new designs out, store.hardfactor.com. It's going to be a fantastic time.
If you hit a benchmark, we'll try to do the splits on camera.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know if I can hit them.
No,
we'll see who gets closest, you know?
Yeah. Put something, you got to touch your taint on something on the ground. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we should do the news, but then we didn't come up with a fuck. Did you guys clip a Macho Man? I didn't.
No. Wait, there's got to be a Macho. Just send in the car or something. Just do one.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to just send in the car?
Just send in the car.
Do it.
Yeah. Wes, do it.
Am I first?
No, I am, but I'm trying to tweet the episode, though.
Send in the car.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm retweeting. Send in the car. Send in the car. Quote tweeting. Yeah. All right. We sent it in. Let's do it. So this is they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. A little double here, if you'll allow. We're gonna head to the Adena Health System, which is a hospital in Chillicothe, Ohio. It's in Ohio. And they are being accused of weekend at Bernieing a patient they allegedly killed in a routine procedure this weekend or recently.
You mean dressing it up as like a human mannequin when it's a corpse?
Yeah, basically the Home Alone 2 in the shower. Hey, pervert, get out of here! What happened was
that's not good.
A 65-year-old woman who was said to be in good condition, good health, quotes, by her family, who's now suing the hospital. So who knows, right? She went in for what's being described as a fairly routine heart catheterization procedure. Now, it is a surgery on the heart, but it's fairly routine. She, I guess, died during the surgery, allegedly, but they didn't want to let the family know that, so they put her back in her hospital bed and propped her up, and they brought the family in post-op to be like, look, she's not doing so good, but she's definitely alive right now. See, she's alive, but we should pull the plug on her because she's probably going to die. So say your goodbyes to your alive, relative. Say your goodbyes to your alive relative. She's totally alive. And they're doing like fake beeps. Beep, beep,
right.
Beep, beep, and they propped her up and we're like moving her arm.
So, she can hear you.
Yeah, she can hear you.
No way.
She was dead.
She can hear you.
She was allegedly dead. And
it's way more traumatic than just being told she's dead.
Right. And then I guess the death certificate said she died at 3:05 p.m., but the family's alleging she died at 1 p.m. and they went to see her at 1:45 p.m. They're saying that they just said goodbye to a corpse and they
kissed and they probably kissed the corpse and
held it, squeezed the cold hand.
Cold hand.
Yeah. Now it's so
Grandma.
Allegedly, the cardiologist who performed the procedure and might have been behind the whole propping up of the body is Dr. Jared Betts, who looks a lot like Wes's good friend and friend of the program, Fudge.
A little bit. Yeah.
He's got the Fudge smile for sure.
Dr. Fudge.
No.
Dr. Fudge.
I was talking to Fudge today.
Yeah. So Fudge fucked up the surgery and killed her. Now, allegedly, Dr. Fudge, aka Jared Betts, he has been accused of faking his credentials, and he's performed now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's performed now at least 3 transcatheter aortic valve replacement procedures, despite not being qualified to perform that operation. He did stay at a Holiday Inn recently, though.
Damn. So he is he not a doctor at all, or does he just fake this certification? Or
he is, but this is a new.
Does it go?
Yeah, Will, good question. He is a cardiologist, but this is a new. It's called abbreviated to TAVR, TAVR. It's a new operation that doesn't require you to cut into the patient's chest during heart procedures, but it requires extreme expertise and training, and you need a certificate in it. So he didn't get the training on the new procedure.
He's doing it because it's probably makes bank, right? And then
it's better. It makes bank. And
this is like Boeing not training the pilots on the new Air Max.
Yeah.
Well, it would be like a pilot
Yeah.
hijacking one of those planes and then crashing.
Not training them on the new landing procedure.
Not training
advertising that he knows how to fly it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, whoops.
And he's allegedly killed 2 people now out of 3 on this procedure.
Holy shit. That guy's a menace.
So I guess on the first one, they got so much grief that he had to prop up the body and pretend it was Weekend at Bernie's. In the second one, he's like, not again. Dr. Fudge said, let's prop up the body.
You'd think he'd stop with the fake, like the faking of the certification to do the procedure after
Who keeps letting this guy perform the operation?
First murder.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's a lot of money coming to that family.
Probably.
Sure is.
You'd think so.
Oh yeah,
that's an epic trickster.
Millions.
I mean, he's just a real piece of work, that Dr. Fudge.
And let me ask you, like, this is a dark thought, but let's say you got a loved one who's in their 70s, and they go in for a surgery, and Dr. Fudge gets a hold of them. Now maybe they were going to die in the next couple of years anyway, but now you get millions of dollars out of it.
No, I mean
Well, he's killed 2 people. I don't know how the
other
person was. Look, there's live commenter from
the presumption there is that like everybody's on death's door.
No. Live commenter Mark says he had this procedure done at 24 years old. They stick a needle through your groin and into your heart. So like it's relatively routine. He's killing people on a procedure that's not supposed to kill people.
He's a murderer, essentially.
Yeah. So, and then how deep does it go? Because the death certificate says 3. They're alleging it was 1. So how many people signed off on this? Now the hospital, Adena, again in Ohio. I think I showed the picture of the outside of it. Yeah.
It looked like a pretty new hospital.
Yeah, it's been under some scrutinization before this as well for alleged sexual misconduct from nurse practitioner Kelly Hill. Get a load of that guy.
Holy shit.
Do you want that guy assaulting you sexually? I mean, would you rather get Dr. Fudge having you a heart procedure or this guy giving you a rectal exam? Because
quite the staff photos they got over there. I'll tell you the problem with Adena is I want my hospitals big, and Adena is just not big enough for me to be a hospital. It
could be like the angle, right? Couldn't it be like a lot bigger behind that? Or you think it's just that tiny little building?
Yeah, and it's just not big enough for me. I'm
that entrance. I mean, it does leave a lot to be desired.
Yeah. It's big enough for 2 felons.
You sure this is gonna work at Adena? It's not really big here.
I don't know, but it's packed full of sick individuals. Nurse Kelly allegedly gave inappropriate and unnecessary genital exams as well as prostate exams to multiple young teenage boys that were his private patients. So they were
he's Larry Nassar of boys.
For boys. They were coming in with neck injuries and shoulder injuries, and he was checking for testicular and colon cancer again and again and again, just squeezing and prodding. Let me go a little deeper, little Johnny. Just to make sure. I know you're supposed to do this at 40, but it's never too young to start.
I think nurse practitioners touch more dong than actual doctors. Like
this guy, sir.
Yeah.
This guy,
him by choice, right?
Yeah.
This guy touches more dong than anyone.
Yeah. Kenny Hill is just in the break room again, asking the doctor, like, can I do the genitalia exam, please?
Smell my hands.
Saw Jacob came in. Yeah, I'm available.
Yeah. Just.
I love Jacob's cock.
No gloves needed. Oh, we're all out of gloves.
What is up? That hospital's got some fucking problems.
Yeah.
It's so weird for
going on
brand new like that, and then it's got all these things already happening.
Yeah, they just haven't worked out the kinks yet, including death doctors and sexual assaulters.
Yeah, vetting the staff.
Yeah. They're in the
background checks. They haven't got background checks yet.
Early adopters of Adena are in trouble.
I'm a cardiologist, says Dr. Fudge. I can give it a crack. The new procedure.
I do not want that guy operating on me.
Yeah, bro. Do that implant, bro. Oh wait, actually, it's not that new. It was in 19. Oh wait, no.
TAVR. Oh, the Adena Hospital.
Yeah, when was it? What
I never said it was new, by the way.
It just looks new.
It looks new. The outside looks new. What was it? What state was it, Mark?
Ohio. Adena. The official title is the Adena Health System in Chillicothe. Oh,
it's like, okay, So this is like it's like a regional office. Like it's
Right.
that's not like so the Adena health system is like a big thing in Ohio, probably.
Right.
And then this is like one of the regional offices. So it could be brand new. This
Sure.
wherever you're saying that location.
Yeah,
This
not
company's
big enough.
30 years old, but this one might be 5 years old.
Definitely
years
not
old.
Right.
big enough.
Those dudes may not have worked at this same exact facility, or was it the same one?
Let's just say it was the same one.
Wow.
Why don't we just 80% accurate? We're just gonna say it's the same one.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
better.
Yeah.
And it was built in 2022.
Dr. Nurse practitioner Kelly. Yeah, it was built in 2022.
That's
Yeah,
haunting, man.
the
Like
same
on
one.
on an Indian burial ground. Like what the fuck?
On an Indian burial ground. Now, nurse practitioner Kelly Hill was fingering boys' assholes, and then they were like, and they were like, oh, what's wrong with that woman next to me? Is she dead? And he's like, no, she just got a normal TAVR procedure from Dr. Fudge. She's fine.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's
what's going on there. So
he's in a pod.
Maybe let's shut down that hospital or vet it. Do a
No,
little
you can't
auditing.
do any.
Yeah.
You got to change that. You got to change it from a hospital at this point. With
Change
those
the
two
name.
right off the bat, like first year, right? It's 2023. It was built last year, so
Yeah.
you're not going to overcome this.
A lot of people pulling the wool over your eyes at Adena. Now I have one more wool pulling over the eyes too. If I'll just finish out the segment.
Lay it on us.
We're gonna have to go all the way to Russia, though, or a province of Russia, I should say. And so I'd say this is a funny one out of the Russia-Ukraine war, which you don't hear that often because of the immense amount of like violent deaths, right?
Yeah, right.
But this one's pretty funny. It actually does involve a death as well, but before the death, hilarity ensued.
Right. As far as deaths go, about as
this is as funny as you can get. This is making lemonade out of the lemons of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Look, we're gonna check the sensitive events box, all right, in the questionnaire here.
If you're a Russian army person or a widow of a Russian army, maybe not as funny, but this is as good as it gets if you're not. So take a look at this Russian soldier of the Dosta Valov Battalion, Artur Soltangaliyev, receiving an award. Notice anything about the picture?
Look at his clothes.
Yeah.
What?
He looks like he's is that a cutout?
He looks like a cardboard cutout.
Who, the guy on the right or the left?
They're gonna go with the left guy.
Yeah, the left guy. The right guy's normal. He's just standing there confused.
Yeah, that's a completely fake photoshopped uniform. Or maybe the entirety, just him in uniform photoshopped into that picture. That's Artur, and it's a big Photoshop job.
I think it's just a Photoshop of a uniform over him, unless I don't know.
I think so too, Will. I think they put a uniform over him.
Looking.
We're going to get to why I think that in a second. Apparently, Artur was severely wounded in a battle back in January, and while clinging to life, was granted some like reward for valor in July, and that's where you see that photo was taken in July in the Republic of Bashkortostan, which is they took it in July. They're like, he's a hero. He's still very wounded,
but Purple Heart of Russia.
Right. And then they posted this picture everywhere. The Russian administration was like, congratulations, Artur. And that's where the internet stepped in.
Way to go, Artur.
The internet stepped in and was like, that's fake.
Yeah.
Like everyone made fun of it. They're like, that's clearly photoshopped.
All right. I've got a version of it pulled up in front of me. It's so photoshopped. Like his head is real, but everything else is fake. Well, his hand is fake too. So his head is real, it looks like. And then everything below his head is fake.
Right. Well, he was severely wounded, so who knows what he looks a little pale. He looks a little wounded, right? Like not doing well.
He looks like a smoker.
He looks like he's been taken care of by Dr. Fudge.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's been through a war. It sounds
right.
like.
Right. Looks like a smoker. So what happened was allegedly Artur, while recovering. By the way, he succumbed to his injuries about a week or two ago. So R.I.P. Artur, I guess. And he's but between July, that photo, and when he died, everyone was like, hey, this is fake and photoshopped. What happened was Artur, during his healing process, didn't want to wear uniforms and stuff, and he got real Fetterman-like after the stroke, and he started putting on sandals and shorts. So he showed up to his award ceremony in t-shirt, sandal, and shorts, and that's where he took the photo and shook the hands, but they didn't want to put up a jackass in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, it's a recovery.
They photoshopped a uniform.
What you do when you're recovering from an injury, right? I mean, we talk about how Fetterman, he just dresses like he's a recovering addict. Like he dresses like how what maybe the situation is there. So like,
let him lay in the bed and give him an award. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
It would look better too. Like he got really injured, you know, like it like they have this whole story about how he's clinging to life and all. And then he's just standing there, photoshopped. Like it almost looks like he's holding up a cardboard cutout in front of himself. And that takes a lot of energy.
Great point, guys. To your point, how are they going to explain that he came from injuries a month after this photo if they propped him up in a suit? He looks fine. Right?
Yeah.
Show him injured.
Looks like he's ready to go back to battle.
Yeah, sort of. Just a little sick. Just a little pale.
So they're saying he succumbed to his injuries after that photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's been injured since January. He's been on his deathbed for like 9 months. And then he just kind of died eventually.
13 tours in Ukraine will do that to you.
Right. It could have been anything. Maybe they poisoned him because he wore fucking shorts to a ceremony. Maybe that was like after he wore shorts to a ceremony, they offed him. You know,
right? Because he was found dead after the photo got clowned online for the Photoshop, right?
Yes, and then this week, September 26th, the Russian government came out and said, "Yeah, we photoshopped it. We photoshopped the hell out of it. Well, yeah, we did it. We did it because he was wearing shorts."
Okay, shorts. Yeah,
yeah. They blamed his outfit. They said we couldn't have Artur looking like a jackass.
And then Putin's like, "If Fetterman ever tries to run for office in Russia, look and see. This is what happens.
Yeah, kill him." Yeah.
Windows.
So, Photoshop, he's dead. Kind of funny.
So they didn't pull the wool over anybody's eyes in the end.
No, these are the guys hacking us.
Pulled the wool over the dead guy's eyes.
Yeah.
These guys, the dead guy.
These guys are hacking us with this Photoshop skills.
This is tragic.
It's not great.
It's insulting to the Russians, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, they're treating their military like that. That's horrible.
They don't treat him well.
This picture here reminds me of the Michael Scott when he's young, shaking the hands of the boss. It's got major like fake funny vibes.
They didn't even mess with the contrast or anything. They just plopped it in there.
Okay, bro, no problem. We put uniform in after, bro.
That's the Russian government. That's you think they could like run it through an AI graphic software or something at least to like make it look a little more realistic. Like that's the best. Like to Wes's point, they literally just like clipped out another Russian army body and just put it over top of his.
This is July 2023 work.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible. Even if look at the hand, you can see the white. Yeah. So it's like the person in the army suit
sloppy.
Was standing in front of like the snow or something because you can see the white in between his hands.
You can see his t-shirt on his neckline. They kind of like it's off. You can see the t-shirt up there on the neck. I mean, the Kardashians do a much better job of like in between his fingers. There's a different color white, like in the background. Like
that's what we'll see.
Yeah, if that's the best. Yeah,
it's hard.
Photoshop the government
standing on that carpet
with the boots.
Yeah,
he's like floating.
Yeah, he's floating on the carpet.
Yeah, the perspective's all off. Dude, imagine the U.S. government would never get caught with it. I mean, I'm sure they make fake photos all the time, but they'd never get caught with one that bad. That's
they could get him out of the state a little faster than 7 miles per hour. With that Photoshop job, guys. Come on. Yeah. Anyways, they're trying to. Everyone's trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
Yeah, a lot. It's an epidemic out there, Mark. It's for real.
A lot of wool. All right, let's see how far we've come, shall we? See how far we've come.
Please.
Guys, we've all seen these scenes, tragic scenes that played out during America, not so distant in the past civil rights movement. And this is from 1963 Birmingham during the attempt to desegregate public facilities. And you got the German Shepherd biting the African American gentleman. You've got the fire hoses.
Commander Biden's great grandfather.
Exactly.
It did look like it.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say we've come a long way. From that, because I honestly don't know if we have, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I do know that some morons and bigots still think it's 1960s Alabama, and they wish it was alive and well. And the story of Dr. Yves Duracell, who is the chair, I've been trying to do this story for a couple days, who's the chair of the emergency department at Lenox Hill Hospital, pretty famous hospital in New York City, and the first doctor in the U.S. to receive a COVID vaccine. So obviously highly successful. He's Haitian. And what color is he, guys?
He's black.
He's Haitian. He's what you'd expect.
Yeah. African gentleman.
Boy,
He's a
Haitian
black guy.
gentleman.
Yeah, Haitian. Yeah, that you guys got it right.
Yeah.
He's black.
You described it perfectly, Wes. You made our jobs really easy.
Yeah. I just
Was
wanted
this
to
like-
see you guys.
Is this like one of those Jerry
What
Springers
were
where
we
we're supposed to get it wrong?
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what I was supposed to call him, Haitian or African or black, because Haitian is not is from Africa, but
It's a nationality that kind of describes the way that a lot of people look from that particular island. I think.
He's one of those voodoo fellas.
Yeah. There you go, Mark. Anyway, it's important to the story that he's black, Haitian. So Dr. Duracell decided that for his sister's 47th birthday back in 2022 September, he was going to throw a nice intimate celebration at his, nice house in Lenox Hill, and he invited some prominent friends, mostly black and Latino. I think there was one white guy there, including Rigo Morales, who is a music exec who has worked with white people like Eminem and black people like 50 Cent. And they enjoyed a 9-course alfresco dinner cooked by TV chef Vanessa Contave. She was on Bravo, Rocco's Dinner Party, very famous. So at 9:50, the party's winding down, and Dr. Duracell's next door neighbor had enough. She'd had enough of the music, of the get together of these blacks and Latinos, and she barged into his house uninvited with her large German Shepherd dog. Right.
Whoa.
So. Yeah,
aggressive.
She barged into this guy's house with a German Shepherd and demanded that they turn down whatever that noise they were playing in the backyard was, the music, right? This is according to the lawsuit. So the chef and her business partner, Shawnee Porter, they were scared of the dog. They were like, this thing's going to attack us and injure them, because it was being
the Secret Service.
Yeah, it was being aggressive. It was obviously trained to
snarling.
Yeah. So they went to the yard and they got Dr. Duracell and his sister, and he was like, yo, please leave. The party's ending soon, and get the hell out of my house. What are you doing, you psycho? Now, here's where as you can see, the scene of the hosing. I'll get to that later. There's the doctor's house. There's the neighbor's home. So
is it possible, instead of being severely racist, she was jealous she wasn't invited?
No, she's racist. I believe
she's next door, and it's a yard party. She was listening to it all day. She was very jealous, no doubt.
Yeah,
and German too.
It worked up a rage, obviously, a German Shepherd inducing rage.
I wish all of my white German friends were having this much fun with me right now.
Yeah.
That's what she was thinking all day.
She's like listening to German music, eating schnitzel.
Yeah. Maybe hitting the beer, the booze a little bit.
Up. Yeah. A few brewskis.
Now, this woman whose last name is Rosebrock, she is actually German. I guess that's why she had German Shepherd. And as you can see by the picture, their houses are right next to each other. And the party didn't end as quickly as Rosebrock would have liked it to. So
which would have been immediately.
Yeah.
That's what she would have liked. Didn't end immediately.
So they took out, I guess it's a he or a she. I don't really, it's confusing because it says Jane Doe and then it says, quote, took his water hose and began hosing the guests in Duracell's backyard to get them to disperse. Just like a scene out of the 1960s.
This was Jane.
Yeah. So it said that it created an incident reminiscent of the 1960s Birmingham, Alabama. But
it was a water hose like from your house, right? Like it wasn't like
the suit alleges that she increased the pressure of the hose.
This German lady doesn't have like a super
hang
powerful
hose. Hang on. They're claiming that she does.
Yeah.
She has like a mega she turned
this occasion.
Up.
Yeah.
What?
She increased the pressure of the hose during the alleged attack. So that it was extremely powerful and stinging in nature, according to the lawsuit.
Power washer?
It was maybe like a power washer. She drenched everyone at the party, completely soaked them. Police officers were called, and everyone was basically just traumatized by the fact that this white German lady just soaked them like it was 1960s Alabama.
Yeah, dude, you got like wallets and cell phones and like shit in your.
And these are high profile people.
This is not okay whatsoever,
fence, right? This is over the fence.
I think she brought it into his yard.
So she went like around.
That's assault.
The fence line,
like 30 degrees
into their yard with her hose. And
you can see there's her house, and it kind of the backyards kind of meet.
They share a fence
right?
line.
Yeah, they
There's
share
like
the fence
there's
on
like
the back.
there, it looks like.
Yeah, so very easy to hose someone from where her house is,
especially with the high pressurized hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be super simple. Right.
So there's 18 people now suing her for emotional damage, property damage, because she did soak probably some pretty expensive clothes. The women were traumatized, and
this lady just kind of had like a mental breakdown.
Yeah, bring the house back up. We'll bring the house back up.
Mm-hmm.
That house is too much home for one old crazy lady. She needs to have relatives stopping her from hosing.
She's slamming the bratwurst, and
that house
beers,
is enormous.
Getting all worked up.
She needs relatives or like 24/7 help to stop her from hosing the minority neighbors.
She certainly doesn't need a bunch of black people playing music in her backyard, Mark.
As soon as that happens, Wes, she starts reaching for the hose. Like, I mean,
it's one or the other, Wes. If they are going to do it, she needs someone to stop her.
Let's go, Birmingham. We're going over there.
Some help would be helpful for her to not, because that's obviously like she had like a mental break, right? You don't hose your neighbors, no matter who they are.
It's a hate crime.
You don't hose your neighbors.
You don't hose 18 people.
No.
And it's like, it wasn't like Wes didn't describe it as some kind of like out of control jam. It was like it was a dinner party.
It doesn't matter what age, what sex, or what race the people. I mean, you don't hose 18 people in a backyard. You just don't. You can't do it.
That's a mental breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Especially like if you're
insanity.
Yeah, a grown adult, right?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a hate crime, possibly, and they're suing the pants off her. So,
well, yeah, she's going to lose all those.
That big old house is going to go away because,
I don't know about like the strength of a hose. It's hard to believe that you can make a without attaching a pressure washer. It's hard to believe you can make a outdoor water hose that powerful. She'd have to have one hell of a head, and also
it might be all she thinks about though. Well, she's got a lot of time. She's
weaponized her hose.
She's got some tools over there
for this situation,
for this particular situation.
She breaks it out of like a case.
Yeah, she's waiting for the party to happen.
Yeah, it's canvas.
Glass case. So Rose Brock's attorney said that he denies any of the allegations, rejects the characterization that he's racist or that his actions were racially motivated. So we'll find out what happens.
So is it a couple? Is it a guy and a girl? What is this?
Yeah, it's the article is so fucking confusing.
I think the dude was the one who hosed them. Maybe the lady,
his wife was like, "Get him out of here!"
Right.
He's like, "I'll show him. Here we go. Yeah. Hold on, let me finish this bratwurst first, and then hose them."
The lady brought the German Shepherd over to intimidate them.
Yeah, she came in from the front, and he came in from the back.
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
Ooh, two-front war.
Yeah. Will, do we want to split? Oh, who's got the ad read? I didn't even think about that.
I got it.
You want to split? You want to split up our stories, or you want me to go?
We'll do a little splitsies here, and I'll talk about the sponsor. Well, real quick, have you guys seen the news about AI this week?
No.
Mark, you're gonna love it.
The movie The Creator.
Mark, you're gonna love it. Look at this. First, it was the CIA is going to use AI now to monitor everybody that they can. At Disclose TV tweets, just in, CIA is preparing to roll out an AI for U.S. spy agencies to sift through huge amounts of available data per Bloomberg. And that was on September 26th.
I don't know how many of these guys want to keep watching me jerk off, but go for it. Idiots.
This is like that law firm, that law AI that I reported on,
right?
That they can now sift through just tons.
Yeah, they basically don't need to hire anyone anymore. They just have AI. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that was the announcent of the CIA on Tuesday. That was the CIA announcing themselves.
I like that. CIA.
Yeah, that's what they are now. The CIA. And then on Wednesday, at Unusual Whales tweets, breaking OpenAI says ChatGPT can now browse the internet. So the most dominant AI has now been taken online, Mark. So just
and the Neuralinks in humans now as well.
Wasn't it already on the internet? Isn't that how it got all its information?
No, it wasn't. It was stopped at like it wasn't on the active internet.
It was
like
wisely stopped, probably.
It was stopped at like June, 2022. So it had information up to them, but it couldn't search the internet actively.
Now it is authoritative and accurate.
Mark Geldum, I trust.
I know he's right. Okay, but the main one is now it's getting active updates. I think it had a backlog. It had a cached version of the internet.
The original one had it stopped at a certain point.
Right. Yeah. It had a cached version of the internet. Now it has active internet, which also, I guess, theoretically means that it could communicate with the active internet, right?
Okay, Wes, we got it. You and Mark with the C. You guys are on fire. Sure.
Yeah, Mark with the C. I was also right, but it's just that.
Put it up again, Wes.
It's 4 stars.
Yeah, Wes was right. You know what? The law firm thing is like now they don't need guys like the guy in Suits who's a genius that can read through all the things in like a day.
Right.
Like exactly. The main character in Suits is obsolete.
They don't need paralegals.
Yeah.
Right. And it is a change though from when they had the cached version of the internet. So that's for Mark with the C and for Wes. Okay. And since those are depressing little bit, AI getting hooked up to the internet and the CIA, I would rather just look at deep sea exploration videos and maybe take a little bit of diet smoke, pop an edible, relax a little bit.
I'm so fucking mad.
That's what we're going to do in a minute.
I'm so mad at AdvertiseCast, our salespeople, that they get us these ads, and we were supposed to all get free diet smoke, and they sent them to my old address. So I just ordered. I ordered diet smoke at our very generous 50% off because I fucking love diet smokes.
They did that to mine too.
So you guys got to get those addresses updated because diet smoke is the best.
So good. No, it's
so
not.
good.
I had it updated.
I would have given you mine, Mark.
Yeah, both addresses.
That's all right. I ordered them I'm gonna have them soon, and I can't wait.
Get them sorted. Get the diet smoke. Diet smoke is the premier source for THC products. I love them. Absolutely love them. They got the black package is a little stronger. They got the pink package that's a little bit lighter. It's let's see here, 100% hemp
mgs,
hemp distilled, or hemp derived. Sorry, Delta 8 THC. Boom. The cherry lime gummies, the flavor and the high was just right for me. With a wide range of strengths and doses, Diet Smoke promises you'll find the perfect product for you. Whether you want something strong to unwind, a boost of energy to keep you going, or a lighter option for a mellow high, Diet Smoke is for you. They understand everyone is different, which is why they're dedicated to helping you find the right match. Their customer service team will be by your side, guiding you along the way. Diet Smoke has THC gummies, drinks, and smokables, each one made to deliver the premium balance of flavor and effect, and they do it fantastically well. Don't settle for less. Join the Diet Smoke community and discover the buzz for yourself. Visit dietsmoke.com today and use code HARDFACTOR, all one word, for 50% off any item, and enjoy your journey to cannabis bliss. Diet Smoke, your partner in finding the perfect THC products. Again, dietsmoke.com today. Use code HARDFACTOR, one word, for 50% off any item.
Beautiful. Nice. That's good stuff.
So I'm going to take one now, and then we're going to do deep sea exploration after Wes's next story.
Okay. Let's move on to another ethnic group in America that may or may not be controlling all the money in Hollywood, depending on which bigot you ask. The Jews.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna say, if you ask
playing the hits,
the couple that sprayed the hose, I think you'll get your answer.
You'll get your answer from them real quick.
Yeah.
Wes, real quick, Mark with the C points out we're all right. You're right, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Wes, sorry. That's all. I just had to get that out.
I wish you hadn't written that, Mark with the C. Now, if you aren't a moron, you know that the Holocaust did take place. The Nazi regime under Hitler killed over 6 million Jews after Hitler proclaimed to his people, quote, "No salvation is possible until the bearer of disunion, the Jew, has been rendered powerless to harm." Whoa. That's what he was rolling with, Hitler. That was his whole thing. And
just reading H-man quotes on here.
Yeah, well, I wanted to let you know how terrible Hitler was and why the Jews are persecuted to this day. And still today we see hatred and a lot of violence towards Jewish people, mainly jealous Palestinians, but also normal people like football coaches and their players, right? That's right. Will, I don't know if you know this, but the football field, under the cover of noise and close contact, is a breeding ground for anti-Semitic and other racial slurs hurled at players of opposing teams in an attempt to rattle them and make them feel less than human, to gain an edge. And that's exactly what happened during a game between Brooklyn High School out of Brooklyn, Ohio, and Beechwood High School, which is a school in the Cleveland suburbs that is made of around 90% Jewish students.
I'm starting to think Will was right in that the look how far we've come was a satirical or sarcastic.
He was right.
Yeah,
he was right.
So somebody's playing a 90% Jewish football team here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Brooklyn High is playing the 90% Jewish football team, Beechwood High.
What are those guys? 0-8?
Beechwood, probably. Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say on the football field, I hadn't heard too many anti-Semitic slurs hurled.
Not a lot of Jewish guys in the NFL
in my day, but in this situation that you're describing, it seems like it's ripe for potentially harmful language to fly.
It's ripe, all right. I mean, and that ratio, by the way, 90% Jewish students is perfect for the non-Jewish kids who benefit from not only the traditional Christian holidays being off school, but the countless Jewish holidays off school also. I mean, it's a win-win. You know, those guys get a lot of days off school.
That's true.
There's six Jewish players in the NFL out of 2,000 players.
Yeah. I'm gonna
sport.
Now, guys, if you were playing a Jewish high school and wanted to,
that's why, Mark, I hadn't heard necessarily what Wes is. That mix.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know if there was a predominantly Jewish high school near us.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm sure Herndon would have taken advantage though, if there were.
Well, we beat up the nerd school. Like, we were horrible at football, but we beat TJ, and we would berate them for being nerds and just beat them every time, and we'd love it every time. It was like one of our only wins. We could mark that W on the calendar. Is it?
It's a fun game.
We did call our one Jewish friend Jew, so I imagine.
Yeah,
we would have had some chance.
A little fun,
inappropriate things to say in high school.
You really embraced that one.
It was endearing.
It was, and then, but it was awkward for any other Jewish people that ever were.
Hear us say that.
He had to be the one.
Mm-hmm.
It
was his idea, I think.
Oh, he certainly embraced it.
Now, guys, if you were playing a Jewish high school and wanted to ruffle their feathers right at the start of each play, what word might you yell in those play calls? In order to,
this is a trap, Wes.
Don't you dare, Wes.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I'm not going to make you guys say
the racial slurs.
I'm not going to.
This is live, Wes.
I know you got at least 10 of them. I'm just going to go ahead and spare you guys and let the local news take it from here.
Okay.
Football team is stepping down, according to the district superintendent. His resignation coming after reports of his players using anti-Semitic and racist language during a conference matchup at Beechwood High School this past weekend.
Both schools say Brooklyn was repeatedly using the word Nazi to call plays during that game. News 5's Catherine Ross explains what happened and how leaders in both Beechwood and Brooklyn are now responding.
Beechwood schools closed Monday in observance of Yom Kippur, days before the holiest day in Judaism. The district says its student athletes were exposed to anti-Semitic and racist speech on the football field. In a letter to families this weekend, Superintendent Dr. Robert Hardis detailed an incident at the Bison home game against conference rivals, the Brooklyn Hurricanes. He says Brooklyn's team was repeatedly using the word Nazi to call out a play. It was reported to officials and the Brooklyn athletic director, and during halftime, the Hurricanes coach apologized and agreed to change the play call. Hardis says the term stopped in the second half, but late in the game, the Beechwood team reported several Brooklyn players using a racial slur freely throughout the night, the language drawing immediate outrage. In a statement, Beechwood schools saying, quote, anti-Semitic and racist speech are unacceptable in any setting. The district called on Brooklyn City Schools to demonstrate accountability, and administrators in that district quickly apologized, calling the language utterly and absolutely wrong. Monday, Brooklyn City Schools accepted the head football coach's resignation. In a statement, the district says the coach expresses his deepest regret about the matter and offers his sincerest apologies to the Beechwood and Brooklyn City school communities. The Brooklyn City Schools echoes this regret and apology as well, as stated this hurtful and harmful speech will not be tolerated in any form by Brooklyn City Schools leadership. The most recent incident has also attracted attention from city and religious leaders.
All right, whatever. You get
enough of that. We get it.
What a weird insult though. You're calling Jewish people Nazis.
It's
That's
to throw
very
them off.
strange.
It's like when they score a touchdown, they're like, "We're gonna score with the Nazi play." It's just
No,
like fuck
they were
with
like
their head.
Nazi right 30, twins left
Yeah.
on
Oh,
Nazi.
so like
Nazi
they were
right.
the Nazis.
Yes,
They were the
right.
Yes, they were the Nazis, Will, and they were
Yeah.
offensively ramming it down their throats with the
Yeah.
Nazi trips, Nazi right,
Trips,
Nazi.
Oh,
Yeah, it was to like intimidate them and get in their heads.
That's horrible.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Coach Tim McFarland, who probably has been the coach for 30 years at this fucking anti-Semitic.
He's had a little fun. Yeah, I mean, he's probably thrown in
Tim,
a few other.
you know what? Tim and the ex-speaker of Parliament in Canada, they could have a few scotches and really, really get along. You know?
Oh yeah.
They
When
could
he plays an all-Asian team, he calls the Charlie. You know, and all that.
Right. What else has he done? Definitely others.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So now Beechwood City Councilman Eric Syenberg, he's coming after everyone now. He's pissed. He wants now the assistant coaches to step down because they obviously allowed it to happen.
Well,
they knew it was
the
happening.
head coach, man. It was his idea. Look at his picture.
Listen,
Wes, pull him up.
You
got to do what your boss says. Look at the picture.
Eric Syenberg is out for
that
blood.
guy's idea. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely
that was his idea.
It's an old trick of his to get in people's heads. Yeah.
It's the old blitzkrieg attack. What is it? Is there something wrong with it?
Syenberg
you're fired.
Also wants everyone to be educated properly about the impact of what happened. So he wants to put everyone through a course of why the word Nazi is offensive.
Did they beat the shit out of those kids too?
Oh, I'm sure they
They'd probably beat them like 70-3.
They did,
which didn't help, right? When they keep scoring touchdowns in the Nazi play.
Yeah. Right. Did the
really
blitzkrieg play get 6 points every time? Because if so, that's just insult to injury.
But
sure.
Listen, this is it
was a successful play.
Yeah. All jokes aside, though, this is fucked up. The anti-Semitism in the United States has risen significantly. According to the study by Tel Aviv University Center for the Study of Contemporary European Jewry, that's what their words, not mine, and the U.S.-based Anti-Defamation League, from 2021 to 2022, the number of anti-Semitic incidents rose by 35%. So I
got to blame Kanye, right? Almost exclusively.
Yeah, why? Yeah, it's probably
the Kanye effect. Yeah,
that's the Kanye effect. Why?
I don't know. COVID made people made people crazy and hateful, and I don't know.
Jewish people can't catch a break.
No.
That's tough. They, I mean,
unless it's a lead role in the movie, right, Mark?
I'm glad that the coach got
they're
fired,
producing the movie.
Right? Obviously, that coach needed to go. Yeah, it's a bad one. All right, look how far we've come.
Those Hollywood Jews can't catch a break.
Yeah, we've come a long way, huh?
Look how far we've come, Wes. Hey, the coach got fired.
He resigned, yeah. But you know what? He was on his way out anyway, so I really don't give him too much.
Yeah, that picture
props.
looks like it was taken in 1990 when he was already 60.
He's been on retirement's door for a while, and he decided to go out with the blaze of Nazi glory.
Yeah, he always wanted to go out this way. Yeah. He's like, I think my last game will be against the Jewish team.
Yeah. I've got an idea.
Yeah. We're going to run up the score on him too.
Right. I mean, you got to wonder how many times he's done it before.
Probably he's giving kids cortisone shots to run up the score. Get back in there.
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do, boys.
If I know one thing about coaches, it's that when they have a theme or like a thing they go back to, they'll do it all the time. So, I mean, unless, like you guys say, he was planning his own retirement party and this was his way to do it. I'm sure that there's other situations.
I don't think he was.
Football coaches are hilariously into
they're nuts.
Well, they'll show you they're nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. That's sitting gum.
Yeah, pranksters, real pranksters. Those football coaches
come up with inappropriate nicknames for you and stuff. Yeah.
Took it a little too far there with the old Nazi theme. Okay, let's look how far we've come, guys. All the way to the deep sea nerds going viral again, and also this time they're going interplanetary. Hear that? Deep sea interplanetary. It's a real thing. Check it out. But first, on land, here on Earth, on our planet, our buddies over at the EV Nautilus crew on YouTube, always one of my favorites.
Oh, whale fall! Whoa,
you got it, Mark. That's them. The whale fall folks. I think we first met them when we did the sea spiders, when they discovered the giant sea spiders with the legs.
Cool sea spider.
Well, Mark, they went viral on Google again. Check that out. Number 4 trend on Wednesday, September 27th there with the deep sea Dumbo Octopus video. But they not only captured that video, they got a second stunning video of the elusive Dumbo Octopus this week. And they found these Dumbos out by Hawaii this time. And these little suckers can live as deep as 13,000 feet below the ocean. And I had to clip their oohing and awing at the Dumbo Octopuses down from about 12 minutes total to what I think is maybe 2 or 3 here, so we can consume it.
Are they naked in the videos that we don't see? Like, are they all like touching each other?
They're in a control room together.
Okay.
You can tell, and you'll be able to tell by the dynamic that happens in these 2 clips here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what is most fun of all. It's obviously beautiful imagery. We're going to see the Dumbo Octopus, deep sea, 2 different styles here. One, he's on a rock. The other, this is just floating out in the ocean there.
6 nerds 69ing while looking at like a rare.
Exactly. Yeah. The dynamic of the commentators
making
is
love,
really the
Mark.
best part.
Yeah. Right.
It's sensual. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And they even say it in here. These are beautiful moments.
Brown starfish.
Let's check it out, guys. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Ready for the next?
Yes.
Next trip down this lane. All right, here we go.
The
Atlanta view.
yeah,
Because of
in
the
the upper upper
That
left.
thing's pretty cool.
beautiful view.
Is that the octopus? That's a squid, isn't it?
Dumbo Octopus.
Oh, I see it.
See it, Wes?
I'm glad we got to see a live one.
Yeah.
Yeah, versus a dead one. Yeah.
Flappy ears.
I cut that part out.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh,
Oh yes.
Wow.
it's very white.
It looks fake.
Yeah,
Or maybe
it does.
It's because of the
Changed.
light.
Yeah.
It looks
Like
like
a
the Russian guy Photoshop.
It looks like 1980s CGI.
Yeah.
Look at his ears.
Given the completely blue background and the
That's
light
why he's
reflecting
Dumbo.
it,
It's the
Yeah.
big ears.
probably
He's cool.
making it look a little whiter.
He looks like a squid, though.
Yeah.
Dumbo Octopus.
Yeah, I
The
know. But he looks like a
blackness,
squid.
just, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
the
so-
stark contrast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So beautiful.
Yes, it looks like a Grimpotutus species.
Could you move up 1 inch, please?
Holiday up to the north somewhere.
Where does that guy come from?
Whoa, who is that? Who the hell is that?
Yeah, that guy's fucking all those chicks, dude.
Oh, no.
They got an alpha male down there.
He's the camera operator.
I know, that's Octopus's Garden. Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Move it
song.
down
Yeah.
a bit, Schleutisch.
That was great.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Yeah, good eye, whoever spotted that.
Yeah.
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 There's that beach ball we've been looking for.
What is
That's
that?
a Dumbo. Oh, it is.
Yippee!
Oh, it's a
Bridge
beach
nav.
ball octopus.
I love how tell the boat to stop now.
Yeah, he's like, I just know it's coming. And all of our
Probably
voices
don't want to get
jump in
too
octave.
close because we'll
Whoa.
disturb it with the
Right.
thrusters.
Oh.
They have
Probably
fun.
control
They have
herself.
fun on that ship.
Figure we
Wes.
can image this for a while.
Cameraman
You
said
said
that.
that this is a beach ball?
No,
No, it just looked like a
Oh,
beach
okay. I was like, is this a name for the octopus?
They're all high now.
ball.
They're having a blast.
Yeah.
I think they're having sex.
Yeah.
Scoop-eye and
Scoop
Naha.
eye,
They're like,
I was about to say that about these rocks because they were
the
just
Greek
so massive.
people
And I
on
love
wine,
that. I
the
love
god
that you
of
saw
wine
the rocks
orgies.
first. You're becoming a geologist.
Yeah, the
Corrupted.
euphoria.
Well, to be fair, we were over the rocks before the octopus.
It's okay. It's fine. Don't tell me that.
She loves the rock more than the
So cute. I'm not cute. I'm a vicious hunter.
So how old do you think
Not having
this
sex.
Oh,
little
that's a good question.
baby is?
For deep
That
sea
guy's not having
octopuses, it's a
sex.
very different scale
Cameraman's
of
getting all the
age
chicks.
measurement compared to shallow water octopuses, because a lot of deep sea octopuses can live a very
Not this guy
long
either.
time.
Let's see.
That's cool.
Let's see what Google.
I'm not sure for this particular species, though.
It's 3 for the cameraman,
It's 3 to
none for
5
those
years.
nerds.
They live for 3 to 5 years.
I hope the cameraman
These rocks are
dies.
just a beautiful backdrop.
Yeah,
Wow.
it looks really nice.
He's gonna
Seems
get
like
tired
there's
soon,
really
right?
slight
appreciate that,
movement of
Tori.
the eye.
Dies.
Did you see that? See it?
I didn't see anything. Sorry, what'd you say?
See the eye? There's slight movement around there.
Yeah.
So,
The cameraman's definitely banging all those chicks.
Yeah.
so a couple of things we missed there when we were talking. There was a debate about the whiteness of the octopus on the first there. one of the commentators, there's like two younger girls who commentate. They were talking about how white that octopus was, and then the expert was like, no, it's different colors, and it's just the background that makes it look white. And then immediately one of the girls goes, oh, the blackness like of the ocean. Like there was like this like weirdly tangentially racial debate there, but look how far we've come, Wes. And then I think you guys are right. The cameraman's probably the alpha of the situation.
And then the extremely deep voiced cameraman said, oh yeah.
You move it a couple inches. I actually cut him out. He did say, can you move down for me a couple inches? But I think he was talking to the octopus, but
he's pushing the nerd dudes out of the way.
Did you hear the one guy's voice?
Yeah. All right, go write down your notes in your journal, bud.
The one guy was like wearing a retainer while he did it. Oh, and then on the second one, the guy with the bad lisp, the chicks fact checked him. He's like, deep sea octopuses could live for a really long time. Now I'm not sure about this particular species. And then the chicks were like, let's see what Google says. Oh, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, his chances of zero went even less after that.
No, he was totally emasculated by Google.
Man. Dude, what were you thinking out there trying to guess the life expectancy of the octopus? What are you, nuts?
These guys can't believe their bad luck at the tall, handsome, deep voiced cameraman.
What are you, crazy, throwing out stats like that?
So mad at themselves.
Oh, yeah, you're shot, idiot. You blew your shot with that one, dummy.
They're the best. EV Nautilus crew. They're awesome every time.
Laid on the boat.
That's amazing. They're in the control room now, Mark. That is a drone submarine. What they're controlling there, they had.
Well, the cameraman's in the control room. They're in hell. They're in a tin can of hell.
He's in little booths. He puts them in until he comes and visits them.
He's like bullying, just physically bullying them all day.
He's in control. But they're in the control room of those underwater submarines. That's how they get all that deep sea footage. But not only are drone submarines.
The little nerd was wrong about how long they live.
Yeah. We're gonna recover from that one.
Never.
Way off.
Not only are drone submarines massively entertaining on Earth in so many ways, as we just witnessed, they're going to be massively useful in
space is the place. Hello.
That's right.
I saw Will trying to get it on in time.
Quick.
Space. As space is where they're going to be useful. Underwater submarines. Space, my friends. So the James Webb telescope. You ever heard of it? It's a pretty big deal. It's been getting some pretty good shots recently. Okay. One is a trippy image of how a star is born. You guys see that one? Like that?
Is this real or is it another?
That's real.
Okay.
That's real. That's how a star is born. James Webb telescope. Real picture. Trippy. Take some dyed smokes on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a real picture, huh?
Real pic, Wes. Pretty beautiful, huh?
Stardust everywhere.
Like I'm getting the wool pulled over my eyes.
Yeah, I don't believe it. A star is being born here?
Star is being born right there in front of our eyes.
That, huh? Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, caught that on the old James
Webb. What happens
telescope.
when it's born?
They got a star then.
It looks like the thing to the bottom right and to the top left.
Yeah. That's right. That's Star Sex that you're watching.
It's like a Disney book.
Star Birth and stars there afterwards. Yeah. So James Webb got that. Pretty cool. Also, the James Webb recently found the first evidence of carbon, potentially signs of life on Jupiter's icy moon, Europa.
I mean, all these planets have life. What are we doing?
No, not everyone. Not all of them have carbon. But...
Yes, I think the moon does too.
Okay.
And I don't want life to be little tiny organisms. I want life to be like bipedal organisms.
Pretty sure that people living under the moon are large.
Right. Under the moon's shell.
It's a bunch of cameramen on a submarine under the moon.
Under the moon's shell, there could potentially be very large beings. And now Europa is all ice. But, Wes, there's almost certainly vast oceans, massive oceans under that outer sheet of ice. Okay. Who knows?
In Jupiter, yeah.
Who knows what's inside? No, inside Europa, Jupiter's moon. So it's going to be big because everything they do. Jupiter's like the Texas of the solar system. Everything's bigger in Jupiter. Right.
Their moon's huge. Yeah. What do they have? Like 17 moons? How many moons do they have? A lot of moons.
Right. They got a shitload, Mark. It's like they don't even know how many moons, but this one Europa,
many
it's
moons.
big, covered in ice, and it's got oceans on the inside, almost certainly. And who knows what's in there until we crack that bitch open and pop in the Triple Nano AUV2 project. Triple stands for Technologies for Rapid Ice Penetration and Subglacial Lake Exploration. It's a submarine, a craft that could melt through ice and then unleash even tinier submarines from within to explore the dark, unknown depths of the South Pole or icy moons like Europa.
It looks like a penis. These nerds are always making penis-shaped things.
Yep. Phallic, probably indicative.
Should we shove it into Europa?
Yeah, I think they want to, Mark. The German Space Agency is even slated to begin testing these things in Antarctica starting in 2026, and they better hope they don't run into the Raytheon Dom Array while they're down there testing that thing. There will be hell to pay.
Yeah, it might just be the end when they find out whatever's under Antarctica. Be like,
right. They're just like, oh, the aliens are here. Whoops. Yeah. So
we got bigger fish to fry, like aliens here.
Exactly. Big research, guys. Lead engineer Sebastian Meckel says the first field tests will deploy the melting probe with the Nano AUV integrated as payload in ice with a thickness of 100 meters. Very thick. That's 330 feet thick. Extra C's. Yeah. So NASA, not to be outdone, though, because that's the Germans doing that. NASA, not to be outdone, is also sending the Europa Clipper to orbit the frozen moon of Jupiter next month. So NASA's like scoping out where they want to send their little butt plug thing that drills through the ice.
You know how easy it is to how easy it is to hide from like one little penis drone? Like if there's any intelligence whatsoever.
What if there's huge like underwater shit in there? Like there could be like Loch Ness monsters.
Yeah, but if they can just move away from the one drone we send up there that's moving 1 mile per hour.
Well, this thing can
crash lands on the ice.
Right, they can just like kind of like dodge. You know, like you can hide.
Yeah, but it's a camera.
One small drone.
It's a camera. It's just a bunch of cameras. It's just a one small drone that
all
drops
the Loch Ness monsters are like, guys, let's come 10 yards this way. And let this idiot thing.
If you have 100 cameras looking at one area, you're going to see any animals that are in there.
We're not sending 100 of those things up there.
We're sending this thing has a bunch of little cameras that come out of it. It goes through the ice and then drops a shitload of other cameras. There's a bunch of cameras.
Perfectly.
We're not gonna capture anything.
We're gonna get cool pictures stuff up like a star being born, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, I still believe it's real. It's like, I get, it's a little, I believe.
Can't prove it's not, I guess.
It's true. It's true. You couldn't. Maybe you could actually, but I can't. So I'm going to just go ahead and accept it. I like it. Yeah. I like the picture of the star being born. I like the idea of like giant underwater space aliens, so just going to go ahead and go with it.
Okay. You guys want to,
NASA.
You guys want to take a guess on the final score of the Beechwood Brooklyn game?
Which one's the Jewish team? Beechwood?
Beechwood.
56-10.
77-0.
Not that bad.
35-3. Brooklyn.
35-3.
That's a beatdown.
It's the slaughtering.
Yeah. And they're just screaming out Nazi while running up the score. Yeah. You got to fire the guy. Yeah.
Are we doing coffee tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's spin the wheel. Pat's on
79 known moons for Jupiter.
Oh. Pat's on high five. Yeah, 79.
Whoa. There we go.
It's a shitload. Known moons. Yeah, they keep discovering more.
Let's send a drone up to everyone.
Right. I'll have your coffee for you tomorrow. Friday cup of Joe for you. Yeah. Don't forget patreon.com/hard factor. If you want to join the meetup next week, send in the card tier, golden elbow tier. Yeah, going to be fun. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. It's like a, digital happy hour, and then it goes into movie, whatever. We're going to decide on the thing. We usually do trivia. Just going to mix it up this time. It will be very fun. A lot of interaction with the hosts. Mark Geldum in the chats, Mark with a C, and youtube.com/hardfactornews says total Jewish holidays, 6 total USA public school, 10. So you get 16 total, I guess, if they don't overlap.
And pretty much all of those are in September. Almost every Jewish holiday is in September.
Does he mean there's 10 and 6 of them are Jewish holidays, or does he mean there's 16?
I think he means it's like 16 if they don't to the schedule.
Okay.
There's at least 6 in September. They have a lot of holidays. There's more than 6 Jewish holidays. I think he means 6 that are recognized now, because the U.S. public schools have added a lot of different holidays, not just Christian ones, which they did up until about 2012. Now they do like some Indian ones, I think, too, like Holy or whatever. And so they do a lot of Jewish ones. They do a lot of different religious holidays are given to the U.S. public system, which you'll find out probably pretty soon. Will. With your kids, at least in Fairfax County, Virginia, they get a ton.
Cam's school is like a Beechwood, and he gets off every Jewish holiday.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the public school system these days. It's changed in the past decade, which is, I mean, they get a lot more time off, but I think they also start a little bit earlier.
That's good, but parents also are working more than ever, 2 at a time. So
right,
great situation they've come up with there. Okay, that's it. Again, patreon.com/hard factor if you want to join the meetup. Also, you can get bonus podcasts weekly, the Hive Hour, which Showrov is on. Again, if you need to hear from him. Also, Florida Man Friday every week. All the funniest stories from the Sunshine State. Always a great time. Each Friday gets you ready for the weekend. Or if you miss it, it starts your week off awesome the next week. So it's like, I mean, it's only $5 a month for Florida Man Friday and access to the Discord server at patreon.com/hard factor. You're really losing money if you don't do it, right?
I mean, I don't want to threaten it, but I mean, come on, people. We need more people in Florida Man Friday. Even Costco's raised the hot dog to $1.50.
Right.
Arizona iced teas raised it from 99 cents. We've been at $5 for this fucking
since
forever.
Before inflation. We were at 5 since before inflation. So that's as good a deal you're ever going to find out there. We have not raised our prices.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Because we love you, the Hardo Hive, just that much. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.